Hello, everyone. Lana Wilson just made a post, and she was telling everybody that her new documentary, Pretty Baby, a documentary about Brooke Shields, will be premiering on Hulu. Now, it premiered this year at the Sundance Film Festival, and it's Lana Wilson's first documentary since Taylor Swift's Miss Americana. So now if you remember, I posted about a film that I watched on Netflix called The Blue Lagoon. Occasionally I watch films on Netflix and then share it with everyone that I watched that and I liked it. So on May 6, 2022, I discovered The Blue Lagoon was on Netflix, and I watched it again. And I watched it years ago. It's one of those films you can watch over and over again. But I watched it again and shared it with everyone that I watched it. Now, out of the 3,781 films on Netflix, it was one of maybe 12 that I watched and shared. Lana Wilson didn't announce her documentary, Pretty Baby, about Brooke Shields until December 7th, 2022. So that's May 6th to June 6th, July, August, September, October, November, December, May 6th to June 6th to July 6th, to August 6th, September 6th, to October 6th, to November 6th. So 7 months later, Brooke Shields announces she's going to be premiering her documentary about Brooke Shields at the Sundance Film Festival. So and that was 7 months later after I posted about it. Now I'm not saying that me posting about it got Lana Wilson all excited. I'm not even saying that by me posting about it gave ideas to anyone about Brooke Shields having a documentary created about her. For all I know, Netflix added, I don't even know when Netflix added Brooke Shields' film that she was in when she was a kid, basically a kid, Blue Lagoon. I don't even know when it was added to Netflix. I don't even care to look it up. For all I know, when the idea that Lana Wilson was going to be doing a documentary about Brooke Shields, that could have been the moment that Netflix decided to add it. But we don't know anything about any of that. So, we just don't know. So, no one knew that Ragnarok was going to be coming to Oda and start filming 2 weeks after I had to leave in November 2018 either, when the American came there and did something no one has ever done, no other American has ever tried to do on his own that I've ever heard in the world. So in Norway, going to Norway, buying a building to make his art in there, a story that has to do with love, but maybe not. I could have done it without the love, but that's what, it's, so it's a set of circumstances that come together that can't be, that the possibilities can't be excluded. So I'm not an idiot, and I have to, seeing that I was the only American ever, besides some corporation, I've never known of a single male American to go to Norway, buy a building to make his art in. Now someone can go there and buy a cottage and live there and hang out in their cottage 3 months out of the, or 6 months out of the year. But for me to go there and buy a building and then have everything happen that had happened, then have Netflix come in. So anyways, you just don't, it was a big deal. So, and the Oda, for whatever reason, was chosen when I was there. So, I won't get into that, but, another interesting connection to Brooke Shields and her new documentary, Brooke Shields, for my generation, when I hear Brooke Shields, I immediately think Blue Lagoon. It's like a classic, but it's a classic of classics. And I happened to stop at Big Lagoon on my Miss Americana trip west. So again, it's one of those things, like, because people are following me that aren't you can't see that they're following me, but they still follow my page. So I mean, again, when I stopped at the Big Lagoon on my Miss Americana trip west and did some gold panning and went and saw the redwoods, and then Taylor Swift 2 years later puts out her new a folklore album with her in the big woods, and then it could have been, I could have sparked an idea. We don't know for sure what happened here. Maybe many people sparked ideas, and I'm part of it. Maybe I have nothing to do with it. I'm just putting it out there because I did something really special too. So, and just because I'm not a big, I'm not a name, I don't have my name in lights, doesn't mean that what I didn't do isn't really special. Because obviously what I did was special. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been such a big deal made out of it. And Jeanette would have held my hand, and we would have had a great time. So obviously it was a big deal, because it couldn't happen that way. I mean, that's proof that it was a huge deal. So I'm looking forward to seeing Lana Wilson's film, her new documentary, seeing how it compares to Miss Americana. I'll have to check out Hulu. I don't think I've ever watched the film on Hulu. So I just wanted to make that little announcement. It just sounds interesting. So that's all.
Thank you so much. Wow, there are even people in the balcony. This is such an amazing crowd. I have to tell you, I thought no one would be here, because I don't know if you're aware, but the Super Bowl is happening right now. You're all still here. Thank you so much for coming out. It's just fantastic.